we will start off with 2 easier stretches, and then we're going to go into one that's a little bit tougher that's going to count for 2 of our exercises. So let's get it started with cat-cow, one of my favorites. Knees under hips, hands under shoulders, and then we're going to tuck the chin, round our back. And then we're going to reverse the motion, look up, drop the chest, keep your shoulders pulled down and back. Up, and then down. Really great way to just gently move the spine. We get some good pelvic tilting in there as well. We're gonna do 10 reps here, so let's get started. Good, 1. 2. I personally like to breathe in on the way up. Good, 3. Good, 4. 5. Good, 6. 7. 8. 9. And 10. Cat-cow, 10 reps. Let's get into a little bit of a lower body movement. We're gonna do hip flexor to a hamstring stretch, and this is all gonna ramp up into our next exercise. So again, knee under hip here, other legs out in front. The further out you put it, the more intense it's going to be. So we're just going to shift forward, getting a good hip flexor stretch, scooch back, hamstring stretch. So we'll shift forward, hip flexor here, squeeze the butt if you need to. That'll make it a little bit more intense. Hips back, lean over this front foot, getting that good hamstring stretch. We're just gonna do 5 reps on each side, but I want it a little bit controlled, so nice and slow, nice and controlled. So let's go. So shift forward, good, hold it for a couple seconds, drop back until you feel a good stretch. Shift forward, now shift back, good, shift forward, and that is 3. 4. And 5. Let's switch it up. Good, 1. Good, 2. Good, 3. Good, 4. And 5. So 5 reps each side, hip flexor to hamstring. Now we're gonna get into the world's second greatest stretch, and this is gonna count for 2 of our stretches, and we're gonna do 5 reps on each side. I gotta move the camera up a little bit, so hold on 1 second. All right, so world's second greatest stretch, it's a combo move. I'm gonna run through it real quick on one side, and then we're gonna do 5 reps after that. So let's go. Wide stance to start. We're going to push our hips back, and we're going to place our hands down on the ground. Getting a good hamstring stretch here. Then we're going to walk it out into a push-up position, keep those legs wide, and then we're going to push our hips up into a downward dog, and then we're gonna reach and try to touch the opposite foot. Just like that. And then we'll go to the other side. And then the next part is bringing one leg up here into kind of the Spider-Man position. Reach up, bring it back, repeat on the other side. Back down, legs wide again, and then walk it back. Whew. So So that's going to be really good for our mobility, but also our strength and stability. We're working our hamstrings, we're working our plank position, our shoulders, a little bit of everything here, a little bit of rotation too. So this is why it's going to be worth 2 stretches in this routine. Let's run through it. So 5 reps. And also, if it's a little bit too difficult, you can break it up. You don't have to do the exact same version. You don't have to do 5 in a row. Maybe just do 2 or 3 if you're struggling. But let's shoot for 5 if you can. And then we'll get into our strengthening exercise, even though this kind of counts as a strengthening exercise. But let's get started. Legs wide, hips back. Reach, reach. Leg out in front, rotate. Leg out in front, rotate, then walk it back. 1. So let's do it again. Good, downward dogs. Arm out or leg out. And 2. Hips back. Walk it out, push up position. Downward dog. Leg out in front. Rotate. Bring it back. Other side. All right, almost done. 2 more. Last one. All right, 5 reps, world's second greatest stretch. And that's it for the mobility exercise and stretches for this week. But as always, we always finish up with a strengthener. Gonna take a little break. We're gonna lay on our back, dead bugs. So I'm gonna move the camera. I'll be right back. All right, dead bugs. So we're gonna lay on our back, working our core. And a couple things we wanna concentrate on this exercise is making sure that low back stays flat on the ground. This is probably gonna be the toughest part for most people, and really concentrate on it, because if you don't, it makes the stretch or the exercise way easier. So let's run through it. So right onto your back, low back is pushed into the ground, legs up, knees about over the hips, maybe a little bit past your hips, arms up here. And then all we're gonna do is opposite arm, opposite leg, and keep that low back as flat as possible. And then we alternate. Really concentrate on that low back. Can't emphasize that enough. We're gonna do 10 reps each side. That's gonna be it, so let's go. Hands over the chest, knees up, and let's go. We got 1. Low back as flat as possible. 2 and 2. As you reach out, press that low back into the ground. Good. 3 and 3. 4. 4. 5. 5. Almost done. Good. 6. 6. Good. 7. 7. 8. 8. 9. 9. And 10. And 10. All right. Whew. Dead bugs, 10 reps each side, low back, pushing into the ground that whole time. That is it